Hello pupils, hope you're okay. I would like to welcome you for today's lesson, Social Studies Grade 5. My name is Teacher Dawson. So where you are, make sure you prepare your books for today's lesson. Yeah, if you remember, last time we learned about the wind. We learned the meaning of the wind, and we say that wind is an air in motion from high pressure areas to low pressure areas. And also we learned that different instruments which are used to measure the wind. We learned about the wind vane, we learned about the anemometer, we learned about the windsock, just to mention a few. But also we learned how to name winds. Now all of these were the past lesson. So I would like to welcome you so as we can continue where we ended with the part which is known as types of winds. Yeah. Types of wind. There are two types of winds according to your level as grade 5. We have sea breeze and land breeze. Now we are going to look one after another. So there are two types of winds, namely sea breeze and land breeze. These are two types of winds according to your level. Now, what is this one? Sea breeze. Sea breeze. Yeah, sea breeze refers to the wind blowing from the sea to the land. Refer to the wind blowing from the sea to the land. And this wind blows during a daytime. This wind blows during a daytime when the land is warmer than the sea. And this makes pressure on the sea to be higher than the land. And that's why this wind blows from the sea to the land. Remember, we said that wind is an air in motion from high pressure areas to low pressure areas. So when the land during a daytime is warmer than the sea, that's why there is high pressure on the sea, and on the land there is low pressure. So sea breeze refers to the wind blowing from the sea to the land. And this wind blows during the daytime. Why? And when the land is warmer than the sea, and this makes pressure in the sea to be higher than the land. Diagrammatically, this one it is given this way. High pressure in the sea as well as low pressure on the land. Number 2, land breeze. Land breeze. Land breeze refer to the wind blowing from the land to the sea. And land breeze refer to the wind blowing from the land to the sea. And this wind blows during night time, when the sea is warmer than in the land. So this makes pressure on the land to be higher than in the sea. And that's why this wind blows from the land to the sea. So this one refers to the wind blowing from the land to the sea. And this wind blows during night time. During night time, when the sea is warmer than the land, and this makes pressure on the land to be higher than the sea. So that grammatically, land breeze can be illustrated as follows. This is land where there is high pressure. This is sea where there is low pressure. Now, according to your level, these are 2 types of winds that you need to know: sea breeze as well as land breeze. Another segment that I would like to share with you is advantages of winds. Advantages of winds. The advantages of winds. Yeah, as we said, our wind is an air in motion, and from high pressure zone to low pressure zones. Now, let us learn about the advantages of the wind. There are so many advantages, so many importance of wind. Now, number 1 is winds generate electricity. Winds are used to generate electricity. So, wind generates electricity. Electricity through the use of windmills. This device is very important for generating electricity resulted from the wind. For example, in Tanzania we have this region called Singida. This area or region, it is very famous for generating electricity from the wind. But also winds are used for pumping water. Pumping water from the ground. Pumping water from the ground. Also, this one is just achieved through the use of windmills. So winds are also used to pump water through the use of windmill, pump water from the ground. But also we have another importance. It is winds are used for pollination of flowers. Winds are used for pollination of flowers. Pollination of flowers. So wind act as an agent of pollination. Act as an agent of pollination. Another advantage is cooling environment. Now, winds cool the environment. Cooling of the environment. When the winds blow at a particular place, they refresh the environment in a particular place. And that's why you can find many people, they do like to visit various recreation areas for refreshing their minds. For example, beaches and other areas. Why? Because those areas, they have cool environment. Why they have cool environment? Because winds are blowing those areas. So cooling the environment. So winds cool the environment. That is another advantage of the wind. But also winds are used for rainfall formation. Rainfall formation. Rainfall formation. When the winds pass through the wet areas, they carry the moisture or the air mass with it, and it just condense to form a cloud and then rainfall. So formation of rain, wind blows over wet areas, absorb moisture, then it condenses to form the rainfall. So rainfall formation, so it is one of the advantages of the winds. Now these are some of the advantages. Now let us look about the disadvantages of the winds, the negative side of the winds when blowing a particular place. Yeah, disadvantages. Disadvantages of winds. Yeah, disadvantages of wind. One of the disadvantages is that strong winds can destroy buildings. Strong winds destroy buildings. That is number one. So strong winds destroy buildings, all settlements, human settlements. That is one of the disadvantages, destruction of buildings because of strong winds. Another disadvantage of wind, it is spread of disease. As I've said, as wind acts as an agent of pollination, but also winds lead to the spread of disease. Spread of diseases, especially airborne diseases such as tuberculosis, flu, and others. Another one, destruction of vegetation. Wind destroy vegetation. Destruction of vegetation. Vegetation, trees, and the other vegetation on the earth surface. Because when this wind are blowing, they are just uprooting vegetation or trees and cause the disturbance on the earth surface. But also wind can cause occurrence of floods, hurricanes, hurricanes as well as tornadoes. So these are some of the disadvantages of the winds. Now, what are the best ways that we can use so as to overcome with this problem resulting from blowing of the wind? So let us look ways ways to reduce the negative effects of winds. Ways to reduce the negative effects of winds. Now we have one and the only best method that can be applied so as to reduce the effects resulting from winds. It is planting trees, and planting trees to the areas with no trees or open areas. So we need to plant trees so as to overcome this problem. So this can reduce the speed of the wind as well as minimize the effects on the environment. Now that is about the advantages and the disadvantages as well as ways to reduce the effects of winds on our environment. That is the end of our lesson for today. Very short and brief, but before I leave, I would like to give you a few questions for revision. Number one, define the word wind. Define the word wind. Number two, mention instruments used to measure. Number one, wind speed, wind direction, as well as wind strength. And the last question, is about at which time do we experience sea breeze? At which time do you experience sea breeze? So just try these 3 questions while you are at home. Thank you for listening and being a part of our lesson. We shall meet next lesson.